Mazda has completely transformed their SUV lineup, and if you're not paying attention, you're missing some absolute gems while potentially falling into some expensive traps. Today, I'm going to save you thousands of dollars and years of frustration by revealing exactly which 3 Mazda SUVs you should be putting on your shopping list, and more importantly, which 4 you should avoid at all costs. The crazy part, the vehicles that look similar on the surface can have completely different ownership experiences. That's why today's breakdown is so crucial. I'm going to show you exactly which Mazda SUVs represent incredible value and which ones you should run from, no matter how good the deal looks. 1. Mazda CX-5. Let's start with the absolute crown jewel of Mazda's SUV lineup, the CX-5. This is the vehicle that perfectly encapsulates everything Mazda does right, and frankly, it's one of the best compact SUVs you can buy from any manufacturer. The CX-5 has been refined over multiple generations, and Mazda has perfected the formula. The current generation delivers driving dynamics that make you remember why you fell in love with driving in the first place. The steering is perfectly weighted, the chassis feels planted and confident, and the overall driving experience is engaging without being exhausting. This isn't just transportation, it's an experience you'll actually look forward to. Under the hood, you have 2 excellent engine options. The base 2.5-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder produces 187 horsepower and delivers smooth, predictable power that's perfect for daily driving. The fuel economy is excellent at 25 city and 31 highway, which is impressive for a vehicle with standard all-wheel drive. But if you want more excitement, the available 2.5-liter turbocharged engine produces 227 horsepower on regular fuel or 250 horsepower on premium, and the power delivery is absolutely intoxicating. The interior is where the CX-5 really separates itself from competitors. The materials feel premium, with soft-touch surfaces where you actually touch them, and a design that looks sophisticated without being overly complicated. The infotainment system has been refined over the years and now works intuitively. The seats are comfortable for long drives, and the driving position is excellent with great visibility all around. Reliability has been exceptional with the CX-5. Owners consistently report trouble-free operation well beyond 100,000 miles, and the powertrain components have proven themselves over years of real-world use. The all-wheel drive system is simple, effective, and durable, which is exactly what you want in a system that needs to work when conditions get challenging. Safety ratings are excellent across the board, with the CX-5 earning top safety pick status from IHS. The standard safety features work seamlessly without being intrusive, and the available adaptive features like radar cruise control and lane keeping assist make long trips more comfortable and safer. Starting around $27,000, the CX-5 delivers exceptional value in the compact SUV segment. You get premium materials, engaging driving dynamics, proven reliability, and comprehensive safety features at a price that undercuts many competitors. The CX-5 proves that you don't need to spend luxury money to get a luxury experience. 2. Mazda CX-90. Moving up to 3-row territory, the CX-90 represents Mazda's most ambitious SUV ever, and the execution is nothing short of spectacular. This is the vehicle that's making established luxury brands genuinely nervous, and for good reason. The CX-90 is Mazda's flagship SUV, and it shows in every detail. The exterior design is stunning, with proportions that look expensive and attention to detail that rivals vehicles costing significantly more. The interior is where the CX-90 truly shines, with real wood trim, premium leather, and an overall design philosophy that emphasizes quality over flashiness. You have 2 powertrain options, and both are excellent. The 3.3-liter turbocharged inline-6 produces 340 horsepower and feels absolutely magnificent. The power delivery is smooth and refined, with plenty of torque for effortless acceleration and confident highway passing. The engine note is sophisticated, adding to the premium experience without being intrusive. The plug-in hybrid version is even more impressive, combining the inline-6 with electric motors for 323 total system horsepower while achieving 56 mpge. The electric-only range allows for most daily driving to be completed without using gasoline, dramatically reducing operating costs. The transition between electric and gasoline power is seamless, maintaining the refined driving experience Mazda is known for. The driving dynamics are exceptional for a 3-row SUV. The CX90 handles with confidence and composure, making you forget you're driving something this large. The ride quality strikes the perfect balance between comfort and control, absorbing road imperfections while maintaining precise handling when you want to enjoy a winding road. Interior space and comfort are impressive throughout all 3 rows. The 2nd-row captain's chairs are genuinely luxurious, with heating, ventilation, and massage functions available. The 3rd row is actually usable for adults, not just an emergency seating option. The cargo area is generous even with all seats in use, and the power tailgate includes hands-free operation. Technology integration is seamless, with a large infotainment display that responds quickly and intuitively. Climate control is quiet and effective, maintaining comfort throughout the cabin. Starting around $40,000, the CX90 delivers 3-row luxury at a price that significantly undercuts German competitors. The combination of performance, luxury, and value makes the CX90 an exceptional choice for families who want the best without paying luxury premiums. 3. Mazda CX50. The CX50 represents Mazda's entry into the adventure-ready compact SUV segment, and it's a remarkably successful execution that proves capability doesn't require sacrificing Mazda's signature driving dynamics. Built on the same excellent platform as the CX-5, the CX50 adds increased ground clearance, more rugged styling, and enhanced capability features while maintaining the driving engagement that makes Mazda special. The result is a compact SUV that's equally comfortable navigating city streets and exploring Forest Service roads. The engine lineup mirrors the CX-5 with both naturally aspirated and turbocharged 2.5-liter four-cylinder options. The turbocharged version is particularly well suited to the CX-50's adventure-ready character, providing strong low-end torque for challenging terrain and confident highway performance for getting to your destination. The all-wheel drive system has been enhanced with additional driving modes that optimize performance for different conditions. The exterior design embraces a more rugged aesthetic without looking cartoonish. The increased ride height and protective cladding communicate capability while maintaining the sophisticated design language Mazda is known for. The result is a vehicle that looks at home in the wilderness but won't embarrass you at the country club. Interior accommodations are excellent, with durable materials that can handle active lifestyles while maintaining the premium feel Mazda customers expect. The cargo area is well designed for gear hauling, with tie-down points and a flat load floor that makes loading equipment simple. Off-road capability is genuine without being extreme. The CX50 handles Forest Service roads, beach sand, and moderate trail conditions with confidence. The ground clearance is sufficient for most adventures, and the all-wheel drive system provides excellent traction in challenging conditions. This isn't a rock crawler, but it's a capable adventure companion. Reliability follows Mazda's excellent track record, with the proven powertrains and all-wheel drive system providing confidence for long-term ownership. The slightly higher ride height and enhanced underbody protection add durability for owners who actually use their SUV's capability. Starting around $28,000, the CX50 offers adventure capability, Mazda driving dynamics, and proven reliability at an accessible price point. For buyers who want more capability than the CX-5 provides but don't need 3 rows, the CX-50 hits the sweet spot perfectly. 1. Mazda CX-3. Now let's talk about the Mazda SUVs you should avoid, starting with the CX-3. This vehicle proves that smaller isn't always better, and Mazda's attempt at a subcompact SUV has resulted in a vehicle with significant compromises that make it difficult to recommend. The fundamental problem with the CX-3 is that it's trying to be an SUV in a package that's barely larger than a compact car. The result is a vehicle that doesn't excel at being either an SUV or a car, leaving buyers with the worst of both worlds. The ride height creates additional wind noise and reduced fuel economy compared to a sedan, while the interior space is cramped compared to proper SUVs. Interior space is the CX-3's biggest weakness. The rear seats are genuinely uncomfortable for adults, with limited legroom and headroom that makes even short trips unpleasant. The cargo area is tiny, barely adequate for grocery shopping, and completely inadequate for family trips or weekend adventures. Loading larger items requires folding the rear seats, eliminating passenger capacity entirely. The engine performance is underwhelming at best. The 2.0-liter four-cylinder produces just 148 horsepower, which feels inadequate for highway merging and passing. Fuel economy, which should be this vehicle's strength, is mediocre at best. Build quality issues have plagued the CX-3 throughout its production run. Owners report excessive road noise, wind noise at highway speeds, and interior rattles that develop over time. The smaller platform seems less refined than Mazda's larger vehicles, and the cost-cutting measures are obvious throughout the interior. The infotainment system in the CX-3 feels outdated and clunky compared to Mazda's newer offerings. The screen is small, the interface is slow to respond, and connectivity features are basic at best. For a vehicle targeting younger buyers, the technology disappointment is particularly problematic. Market positioning makes the CX-3 even more difficult to justify. For similar money, you can get a CX-5 which offers significantly more space, better performance, superior refinement, and better long-term value. The small price difference between the CX-3 and CX-5 makes choosing the smaller vehicle almost impossible to justify rationally. 2. Onto a Mazda CX-9. The outgoing CX-9 represents what happens when a good vehicle overstays its welcome. While this SUV was competitive when it launched, years without significant updates have left it feeling outdated and overpriced compared to newer alternatives, including Mazda's own CX-90. The 2.5-liter turbocharged four-cylinder engine was innovative when introduced, but time has revealed its limitations in a 3-row SUV application. The engine produces adequate power on paper, but the delivery feels strained when fully loaded with passengers and cargo. Highway passing requires requires planning, and the engine works hard to maintain speed on steep grades, creating noise and reducing refinement. Interior space has become a significant weakness as competitors have improved. The third row is cramped even for children, and the cargo area behind the third row is practically useless. The second row, while comfortable for adults, doesn't slide or adjust as much as newer competitors, making third row access more difficult than necessary. Technology has fallen behind dramatically. The infotainment system feels slow and outdated compared to current standards, and basic features that are standard on newer vehicles are either unavailable or require expensive option packages. The lack of wireless connectivity features that buyers now expect makes the CX9 feel ancient despite being only a few years old. Reliability concerns have emerged as the CX9 has aged. The turbocharged engine has experienced issues with carbon buildup and turbocharger reliability, leading to expensive repairs that aren't covered by warranty after the initial coverage period expires. The transmission has also shown problems with shifting quality and long-term durability. Value proposition has become the CX9's biggest problem, with the CX90 now available offering significantly more space, better performance, superior technology, and modern design. Choosing the older CX9 makes little sense. Even with discounting, the CX9 doesn't offer enough savings to justify the compromises. Safety features are outdated compared to current standards. While the CX9 offers basic driver assistance features, the systems lack the sophistication and effectiveness of newer competitors. For families prioritizing safety, the older technology is a significant disadvantage. The CX9's time has passed, and buyers should look elsewhere for three-row SUV needs. The CX90 represents everything the CX9 should have been, making the older vehicle impossible to recommend despite any potential savings. 3. Mazda MX30. The MX30 represents Mazda's well-intentioned but deeply flawed attempt at an electric vehicle. While the design is interesting and the interior is thoughtfully crafted, fundamental issues with range, practicality, and value make this vehicle impossible to recommend to most buyers. The most glaring problem with the MX30 is its pathetically short driving range. With just 100 miles of EPA estimated range, this electric SUV has less range than many electric vehicles from a decade ago. In real-world driving, especially in cold weather or with highway driving, the actual range drops to around 70 to 80 miles. This makes the MX30 unsuitable for anything beyond local commuting, severely limiting its usefulness. Charging performance compounds the range problem. The MX30's charging speed is slow compared to competitors, taking hours to replenish the small battery pack. Even with fast charging, the limited battery capacity means frequent charging stops, making longer trips impractical or impossible. The charging infrastructure limitations make ownership challenging for many buyers. Interior space suffers from the same issues as other small Mazda SUVs, but the problem is worse in the MX30 because the battery pack and electric components reduce available space even further. The rear seats are uncomfortable for adults, and the cargo area is small even by subcompact standards. The unique rear hinge doors look interesting, but make accessing the rear seats awkward and impractical. Value proposition is terrible when compared to other electric vehicles. For similar or less money, buyers can get electric vehicles with twice the range, faster charging, and more interior space. The MX30's premium pricing can't be justified given its significant limitations compared to alternatives from other manufacturers. Build quality issues have emerged as early MX30s age. Owners report electrical problems, software glitches, and fit and finish issues that suggest this vehicle was rushed to market before it was fully developed. The electric drivetrain, while smooth, lacks the refinement and reliability of more established electric vehicles. The target market for the MX30 is essentially non-existent. Urban buyers who might accept the limited range have better electric options available, while buyers who need more capability are immediately ruled out by the range limitations. The vehicle falls into a no man's land where it doesn't excel at anything specific buyers need. Unless you have very specific circumstances that make the MX30's limitations acceptable, there are better electric vehicle options available from other manufacturers that offer more range, better value, and superior practicality. 4. Mazda CX30. The CX30 represents a vehicle that exists without a clear purpose, falling uncomfortably between the compact CX5 and subcompact CX3 without offering compelling advantages over either option. This positioning problem creates a vehicle that's difficult to recommend despite some positive attributes. The fundamental issue with the CX30 is that it offers less space than the CX5 while costing nearly as much. The rear seats are tight for adults, the cargo area is smaller than many buyers need, and the overall interior feels cramped compared to the slightly larger CX5. For the small price difference, the CX5 offers significantly more practicality and better long-term value. Performance is adequate but uninspiring. The available engines provide reasonable acceleration and fuel economy, but nothing about the CX30's performance stands out as exceptional. The driving dynamics, while competent, don't offer any advantages over the better-positioned CX5, making it difficult to justify choosing the smaller, less practical option. Interior quality is good, but not exceptional enough to overcome the space limitations. While materials are nice and the design is attractive, attractive, the cramped dimensions make the premium touches less appealing when you're struggling with limited legroom or cargo space. The technology integration is similar to other Mazda vehicles, offering no particular advantage for choosing the CX-30. Market positioning becomes the CX-30's biggest weakness when you consider the alternatives. For slightly less money, the CX-5 offers more space, better performance, and superior long-term value. For significantly less money, compact cars offer similar interior dimensions with better fuel economy and lower operating costs. The CX-30 falls into an awkward middle ground that doesn't excel at anything specific. Reliability has been generally good following Mazda's positive track record, but this advantage isn't enough to overcome the fundamental positioning problems. Good reliability can't fix inadequate space or poor value proposition compared to alternatives. Resale value projections are concerning, as the CX-30's awkward positioning in the market suggests it will struggle to maintain value compared to more clearly positioned alternatives. The limited appeal to used car buyers could make the CX-30 a poor long-term investment. Unless you have very specific size requirements that make the CX-30's dimensions perfect for your needs, the CX-5 offers better value, more space, and superior long-term ownership prospects for a small additional investment. The Mazda SUV lineup perfectly illustrates why understanding the differences between models is so crucial when making an automotive purchase. The gap between Mazda's best and worst SUVs is enormous, and making the wrong choice could cost you thousands of dollars and years of frustration. If you're shopping for a Mazda SUV, focus your attention on the CX-5, CX-90, and CX-50. These vehicles represent everything Mazda does right: engaging driving dynamics, premium materials, proven reliability, and competitive pricing. They prove that you don't need to compromise on quality or enjoyment when choosing a practical family vehicle. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video where we'll tackle another manufacturer's lineup to help you make the smartest automotive decisions possible.